Hey, Greg, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Josh, yeah.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Just your thoughts on the game. You guys go down early, able to certainly fight back and look very dangerous in that second half. What did you see from the team?
Yeah, I thought the start was just a touch slow. I thought a little bit too much space between our lines. I thought we were a little too stretched out. And then they get between our lines. It's a good shot, but you shouldn't have that much time to be able to look there. I thought from kind of that point on, I thought our intensity level was raising. I thought we were solving sort of as the game progressed how we wanted to get pressure to the ball and figure out kind of their positions. That carried over, I thought, into the second half, in which the game they became even more aggressive in the one-on-ones. And as I said to the guys, if we can play off of each other and move, then we can get to facing forward, and then there's going to be space behind their line. And I thought the guys did a really good job of doing some of those little things through the course of the game. The field wasn't in great condition at all, so in some of the build-outs, I know some of the guys, and Novak in particular, and some of the guys weren't super comfortable with dealing with the conditions of the field, and so there were times where we were just going straight direct and trying to pick up second ball. So it was a little bit different in that regard. But against a team that wants to go man on man, it's not always the worst thing to be a little more direct. But I thought that most of our good chances just came off of us being able to play off of each other and move off of the forward passes and get to the other side of our markers and then work the spaces behind. And we had a lot of chances. We left a number of them kind of on the table. I thought we should have had a penalty, but it was definitely a better response, a good response coming out of Colorado, and I think we all could say we felt like we should have gotten more out of this game, but nevertheless it was a good battle for the stretch.
And you talked about the chances that you guys had. Gabe had a bunch of chances that were good saves there, and then Joseph on the other side. There seems to be something missing from him. What are you seeing from his game? And what does he need to do to sort of get centered back in like he was last year?
Yeah, I feel like, for me, I feel like he's maybe second guessing himself, or he's overthinking the situation. A lot of times I feel like he's decelerating in the moment when maybe he needs to accelerate through it and just make it a little more natural and a little more seamless. And I feel like he's in his head a bit. That can happen. You miss a number of chances and you start to overthink situations. I feel like that was him a little bit. But the honesty is having him out there means that we're getting chances. If we don't have him out there, I'm not sure if we're getting those same chances sometimes. And so we got to help him work through it and get him back some repetition on the training field as we have a couple days this week. And these two games came quickly. Just try to get him on the training field, try to get him into a natural sort of flow, and I just feel like he's really overthinking many of these situations.
Thanks, Rick.
Go ahead, Rob. Rob Jalen, going once. Josh, you can go ahead.
All right, Greg. On Marco, 10 goal contributions in the last 10 games. When he's been healthy, I think he's been your best player. What did you see from him in this game? And knowing you went 90 minutes in Colorado, were you concerned about 90 minutes again tonight?
I'll start with I think with just the quality over the last little bit. I think coming out of the stretch where he was doing a lot of treatment and getting a lot of work. I think I mentioned to you guys a while ago. He said he's felt as good as he's felt in a long time, and so we have conversations during the game. I check on him during the game, and he's letting me know how he's feeling. He knows himself better than any of us know him. So when he's out there, if I feel like he's contributing for the group, which he was and he is, then it's really kind of on him to let me know how he's feeling and where he feels he's at. Again, he's not a guy who's inexperienced with his body and all that. So we let him kind of let us know how he's doing. The other hand was Nasi, who was feeling something at halftime, and we were talking 10 to 15 minutes into the that he was going to get in the second half, just because he was feeling a little bit of grumbling in his stomach and growing area, and he was playing so well. I gave him an extra 5 or 10, and then we got the goal. And then for precaution, felt I needed to get him out. So a little different there, two ends of the spectrum, but Marco's been outstanding in these games. Again, I think as he feels, he's just such an intelligent player. He's so just smooth and taking the ball under pressure in these games where teams are trying to match up one-on-one. His timing is good. His touch is soft. He uses his body very well to protect the ball, and he sees actions before the actions are happening. And that just, again, when you're playing a team that plays you like this, it really helps to give you these little time edges and these little advantages that actually turn into attacks. And obviously his quality in the final pass is different, and then he gets a finish and all those good things. But again, as he's feeling good and getting into a rhythm with the group, I feel like both his leadership and his quality has really stood out for us.
And I know maybe this goes back to Colorado and also this, but Miro Garces coming in and back into the lineup again. What did you see sort of from him? And I know you made some other changes in that back line as well for this game with Zonka and Yoshida. What did you want to see from that? Were you just trying to give people rest, or were there thoughts on that?
Yeah, a little bit of rotation there for the center backs. I felt Maya, he's been managing a little bit in his quad, but he's been playing through it. It's not been debilitating, but he's been managing. I feel like, these games so close together, also that it's just going to be a big ask. Both of them being on the road, turnaround being fast, it's going to be a lot for Maya. Zonka stepped in. That's the point. I thought he had a good, solid game. We swapped and put Zonka on the right. He's more comfortable on the right. We wanted to see what Amiro would do on the left. I thought Amiro does what he does. He was excellent in his individual duels. They had Judd up there, who was a runner and a battler, and I felt like Amiro was battling him toe for toe in some of those situations, and it gave us a little bit of chance to be aggressive because Amiro can deal with those. I thought he was very, very solid defensively and very simple and clean. Even though he wasn't on his preferred right side, he was on the left side. I thought he was clean and found simple passes with the ball. It probably helped that we played direct a little bit more at times, and he wasn't stuck with a lot of builds, but he certainly had a nice game. And I thought together they did a good job, and I felt like Zonka was more comfortable when he plays on the right than on the left, so it ended up working out nicely. Julian gets a game again. Julian, in a game like this when the opposition's again pressing and over pressing man on man, Julian has a bit of an ability to just kind of scoot past or dribble past the first guy, which can open up some interesting sort of scenarios where you can break pressure, things like that. So we thought it was a good opportunity for Julian to get some minutes, and then we close it out with John. And I thought Mauri came in and gave us some really good minutes. So that was a nice little combination of the right backs and the left backs through the course of the game.
Thanks. Safe travels, Greg. I think Rob's going to try one.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, you guys hear me this time.
Okay,
we got you, Rob.
Oh, excellent. Greg, thank you so much for your time. The first goal comes from a nice exchange pass between Nascimento and Royce. What are you seeing from Nascimento's understanding of an integration with the team and maybe that understanding between him and Royce? What are you seeing out of that development? Thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought Nasi had a good game. Again, one of his best games that I felt like he had up to the year up to date was against San Jose at our place. There's a lot of one-on-one matchups, him against their middle center back. He showed moments of strength and hold-up play. He shows he can scoot and dynamic and run into some spaces and make it difficult. I think he just kind of showed all around, all the different qualities he has and that he brings to our group. And I thought inside of some of those actions, he just showed that he's a quality soccer player. And some of those combination plays with Marco is. You also have to be reading and understanding what Marco's doing, and it's never a bad thing to play in combination with Marco. If he gives it to you, you can give it back, keep moving, and you might get it back again. So, but I feel like he's settling into the team, getting used to his teammates, getting a better understanding on both sides of the ball with an attack and defense as to what his roles are, and as he gets more comfortable with our league and our team and all those things, I feel like he is a kid who's kind of coming out of what I thought was a shell early on. I feel like he's coming out of that shell a little bit and obviously showing his quality through the course of these games. There's goals out there for him. I hope he starts to we start to find him in good spots, and he starts to hit the back of the net a little bit here. That'll continue to give him kind of another layer of confidence. But I really feel like he's growing inside of what we're trying to do.
Awesome. Anything else, Josh? One more? All right. Thank you for your time, Greg.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.